The rules that govern this world are all essentially curses. So to live by the rules means to suffer under the sum of all curses.
Are you talking about the snow
Before going to
storms
the live stream,
or
let's
Project
just watch
Genshin?
the trailer. There are 2 more minutes.
Or-
Count the time, boys.
It's a
All on
mix-up.
board the Snezhnaya train.
Let's go. Before Lilac makes a move.
Lilac, is that the name of the dancer? Or what? Wasn't she Odette?
If it's true that rules are curses, well then, there's only 2 options. Either we overthrow the rules, or... Were you going to say follow them? Get used to them? It's neither. We find a way to transcend the rules.
Regarding the motion to extend Project Stuja, if there are no further objections...
Okay, the countdown for the freaking live stream started, so I need to move you guys from here. Let's go. How much, like, going to give it a premiere? 20 more seconds. It's a bit loud, but it's gonna be fine when the live stream starts. Okay, let's go. Snezhnaya, the ending of the Teyvat chapter is here. I cannot believe how long it's been. Like, I feel like a boomer that I played this game since its very release. And we're about to... Oh my... Okay, wait. This is just the part of the trailer that we already saw before, you know?
Where's Paimon? I need to find her fast.
In this nation to which the gods have never shown favor, we all believe that standing in solidarity with the Tsaritsa in our shared struggle will surely usher in a new and better world.
I've seen many people complain about Project Stuja, so I don't know. Oh,
It
that!
always appears so impossibly complicated. But at moments like this, its raw simplicity is laid bare.
Snow in Snezhnaya is always bitterly cold, and it never seems to end.
Swirling snow, Odette. Okay, that's played.
Waltz of the snowflakes. Pas de deux.
Did she say pas de
Or
deux?
starve.
I don't... he's a 4-star. Expected. Probably given for free too. Maybe. I don't know. He kind of, with his hood on, he remembers me of that weird villager, you know?
It's dog eat dog!
I don't know, it's about the colors.
It's
Dog
called the
eat
Shadow
dog
Realm.
world.
A place where no wind blows, no light shines, and no elemental energy flows. Even time itself doesn't exist here. It's a world where everything seems to come to a standstill.
This is such a transition of... What? I do love the new enemies in Snezhnaya though. Their design is one of the best I've ever seen in Genshin. The Star Express! What the fuck? Okay, we have the Star Rail Express coming to the rescue.
True consistency exists only in principle. In the real world, fairness is relative.
So you have no intention of finding a solution to this problem?
In accordance with the result of this vote, Project Stuja will remain in effect until the next Vecha period. May I remind us all?
Oh, so these...
Civilization is nothing but an illusion.
So these two are together, the maid and the...
existence can be negated at any moment.
The storm might have destroyed all of Snezhnaya by now. Maybe even the whole world.
A civilization that fails to learn its lesson constantly depletes its own worth. It will one day lose any reason for its existence.
That's Ronova. That's Ronova.
Ruler of death, what do you want?
She wants me. Back off, boys. I'm holding her back. Don't look behind. Oh my God, you can...
Carefully. This might have passed for a coincidence the first time, but a second time? Am I to assume you are intentionally interfering in Snezhnaya's affairs?
Who says there will be a next time?
Each morning here, for every one of us, there's the chance that we might not wake up. We act only for the greater glory and solidarity of our nation. May the aurora shine ever on, and the tundra always stand firm.
Your obsession with it baffles me. When the day of reckoning arrives, not even a descender can hope to escape unscathed.
Bro, I want to be on her side. What the I don't want to fight Ronova. What the are we fighting for the Fatui?
The Tsaritsa will
Do you see how
return
hot
to
she
Shyam in
is?
short order. The time for us to meet again will come very soon. Our goal is the heavenly principles.
Didn't she help us in Atlan? Like, and the Fatui literally were pieces of... I mean, with some exceptions, but let's be real, even when they were on friendly terms with us, it does not change that Pantalone is there and other...
旅行者们好，欢迎来到《原神7.0》版本前瞻特别节目的现场。我是你们的
Please
老朋友
don't
鸡哥
tell me you are gonna...
旅行者们好呀，我
I've
是小
seen
罗浩。
speculations that we are gonna help whatchamacallit, Tsaritsa kill Ronova. Like, F
特
that.
别的激动。
是啊，毕竟今天我们要给旅行者们介绍的内容，就是大家期待了很久的至东。
I need to
在
move
经历
my...
了整整6年的
I need the
旅途之后，
subtitles.
旅行者们的脚步啊，终于要踏上这片覆盖着永恒冻土的国度了。
没错，那我想各位旅行者啊，应该和我们一样都很期待。那我在社区呢，也看到了很多大家对于至东剧情的猜想，以及对于过去各种伏笔的热烈讨论。
我也看到了，我们的旅行者们啊，都卧虎藏龙啊。
对，我还看到有的旅行者说啊，这里的神明有没有可能是冰元素的？
哎，这个倒是无法反驳。我还看到大家做的至东大料的梗图，还挺有创意的。
不过
I did not see that.
我
What?
觉得今天我们要给旅行者们带来的大料肯定还是不少的。毕竟至东啊是原神项目组筹备了非常久的国家。
是的，在过去大家对
The
至
very
东的印
first
象可能是
NPCs
愚人众的大本营，是冒险家协会的总部，是我们的伙
The-
伴
that we're
公
talking
子
about
达达利亚的
Snezhnaya
故乡。不过啊，在我们的构想中，至东远不止刚才所提及的部分。如果要用一句话来简要介绍它，我想至东是一个超越规则与命运抗争的国度。
Bro, let's be honest, it's gonna be 90% the headquarters on Fatui and centered around that, so...
那这句话还让我想起来啊，我们很早以前发布的足迹 PV 当中有一句说，人们相信女皇终有一日能对天理举起叛旗。
可见这里的故事呀，充满着对抗与冲突。至东的主线基调注定不会平凡。
没错，在至东啊，我们要开始直面4大执政的力量了。
说到这个，刚才的版本 PV 里面啊，我看若纳瓦他似乎想要伤害派蒙。
哎，到底是发生了什么样的事情呢？
I'm on Ronova's side, let's be honest. Paimon is gonna be some kind of final
也牵动
boss.
着包括我自己在内的每一位旅行者的心。
各位旅行者从旅途之初就隐约感知到的关于提瓦特更深层的秘密，或许就将在至东找到真相。
那
I'm gonna pull Ito if Paimon turns out to not be some final boss.
7.0版本的所有信息逐一端上来，
旅行者们敬请期待哦。
Eventually. Everwinter, for the people, I need to get, bro, I don't know, I never know where to put my character for the Genshin live streams. Do I need to place it here? Let's try. So please, for the don't I don't want to kill Ronova. She is, I mean, being hot is one. The second part is I don't know why we are on the side of Atue. I mean, it looks like Ronova is affecting Paimon and kind of everyone there, but I'm pretty sure it's because Paimon is somehow related maybe to the Senders, maybe some final boss. There's definitely something wrong with her. And can't we just leave Snezhnaya? Like, if we take Paimon and leave Snezhnaya, is she still gonna be sick? Are they gonna address that?
旅行者们，欢迎回来！
欢迎回来哦！
哎，小老好，我之前看到有一位旅行者说啊，马上要去至东了，他现在的心情激动到简直有点难以相信啊，这一天真的来了。不过他现在还不太清楚啊，究竟要怎么样才能踏上这片传说中的土地？
这位旅行者也不用担心啊，
traverse whatever umbilical cord connects it with whatever.
在了诺德卡莱与至东本土的必经之路上。 那从这个研究所向东北方向出发
Yeah, that probably looks like an umbilical cord, just like Natlan.
及探索诺德卡莱的旅行者也不用担心，在7.0版本更新后，借助地图上
Oh my God, it's even smaller.
大家也可以快速的来到至东本土。
What the fuck is that?
那这抵达的方式我们是知道了啊，不过还有一些
I feel like at this point they just do it for the meme.
究竟是什么样子的，也感到很好奇。 要不小罗浩，你先给大家介绍介绍。
没问题。
They just do it for the beat.
它和我们之前去过的任何一个国度都截然不同。这个
I mean, I do hope they are not gonna reuse assets, so it better be different.
没错，立项之初，在原神 IP 团队的构思中，至东就是一个敢于向天空举起叛旗的国家，而抗争命运和超越规则，可以说是深深地刻在了这个国家的血肉里。
啊，那看起来想要了解至东啊，还绕不开这里的悠久历史。
故事啊，还是
No, it's quite clear, you know, but
那时的至
I
东
don't
并
mind
非
getting
终年
extra
严
bits
寒，
of lore.
曾经它也拥有过绿叶繁茂的盛夏，但这片土地最终化作了永久的冻土与荒原，变得几乎不再适合人类生存。面对这样的绝境，至东的人民没有向命运
does
低头，
Teyvat have no
在这片被遗
diversity
弃的
as
土
far
地
as
上，
biomes
出来
go?
冰
You
城白沙皇
need
立下了宏愿，
some
它
frozen
建
land,
立一个不
you
依
know?
赖于天理也能独立存续的国度。
啊，放在提瓦特啊，这应该是一个非常宏伟的理想了。但是在这种情况下，最要紧的还是得先解决如何生存的问题。啊，想要与天理抗争，那我们先得去对抗这
The
些极
first
端的自然环境。
Belir Tsar,
面
the
对
first
足以吞噬一切的
hierarch.
严寒，至东人的回答可以说是悲壮和浪漫的。 白
Vodka.
沙皇利用一种名为克什尼克金矿的能源，
okay,
在
they can
边缘下
add
建了一座
it.
巨大的克什尼克之巨，硬生生的在命运的冻土上烧出了一
Wait,
个
what the
允许
fuck is
生命
this
喘息
Belabog?
允许文明扎根
This
的
is
庇护所
Belabog.
啊，那我想啊，在这个庇护
This
所
is
之外
is there
出
gonna
行
be
应该
some
也是
kind
举
of
步维
city
艰的吧
underground?
至东幅员辽阔，再加上极端的低温啊，想要像在蒙德一样自由自在的出行，几乎
They
是不可
tested
能
the
的。
waters with
没错
Belabog.
所以
Belabog,
另外
huh?
一种浪漫的工业产物应运而生了。
啊，我知道你在说什么了。旅行者们
The
其实见过
Star Rail
这就是在
Express
至东的宣传片当中出现多次的雪国列车。
对，轰鸣的列车将一个个城镇彼此相连，也由此构成
I
了这
don't
里
know
独
where
一
to
无二
place
的
my
人文
camera.
魅
I
力。
don't. I really
大
don't.
家可以搭乘列车去往海蟹镇，没错，就是我们公子达达利亚的老家。
没错，
在那里可以欣赏到
So
美
that's
丽
a
的极光。
child's
当
town.
然，
It
大
looks
家也可以通过列
nice.
车轻松
You
来到
know?
至东堡，去北国银行的总行办理业务。
哎，听起来这个至东堡应该是一个非常热闹的地方啊，就像蒙德城、像纳夏镇一样。那在这里，你可以观察到人们平时是怎么生活的。比如说，当地的人
What
喜
are
欢
what
吃
the?
熏肠
Oh
喝热
my
水
god!
孩子们喜
We
欢
have
追
some
雪
new
人打雪仗
species
虽
going on.
然至东的天气不讲道理，但是至东的人会教他什么是道理。至东人啊，自己把生活过出了热气腾腾的感觉。
自然。
I've never been to
也是
Russia,
至东的城市
but
中
I
心。
don't know why
在
it
这
gives
里，
me
大家可以
more
感觉到都市的繁华和艺术的
Christmas
巅峰。
town
很推荐呀，
vibes
大家
than
去克洛列夫茨
anything
基
else.
剧院欣赏顶级的
I
芭
don't
蕾
know.
舞表
I
演
don't.，
或者呢是聆听剧团首席
I
女
need
高
to
音
be
的演出。
careful. In Genshin,
除了
each
丰
nation
富的这
represents
些
a
文
certain
化生活
country,
以
you
外
know,
至东
or
啊还
well,
有强大的
region.
军事和科技实力。
对，愚人众的总部格鲁波夫就坐
I'm
落于
talking about
此，里
the
面有一座名为精血宫的兵
NPCs.
工
Armory
厂，
Palace.
他是我们的老朋友，也是愚人众的执行官木偶在管理。
Marionette?
这里会源源不断的为愚人众生产各种装备，许多重要的研究工作也会在这里进行。除此
I
之
mean,
外
it makes
这里有
sense.
一支由风仙组成的军队，也就是东气军，他们纪律严明，是守卫现任兵神冰之女皇的精英。
我们不难看出，至东自身啊确实具备很强的军事实力。
自然。
那其实除了至东自有的这些力量啊，还有一些外来的力量也在影响着这个国家。
没错，在很久以前，古老的至东有一位来自世界之外的意外访客，也就是我们所说的第三降临者。
People make lore that he is the Tsaritsa's lover.
这是一种超越提瓦特规则的力量，能将提瓦特原本的元素交互规则异化为全新的反应规则。相信有的旅行者已经在月之8版本体验过其中的一种反应星超导了。而在7.0版本，我们将会迎来第2种反应星扩散。这些反应被统称为星烁。
Stellar glimmer reactions.
当旅行者与至东的7天神像交互之后，也能掌握这种古老的力量，驱使冰元素进行战斗。那身为同样具有降临者位格的旅行者啊，在掌握这种冰元素力量之后，只要旅行者在队伍当中，就能够触发所有的星烁反应了。
Okay, they learned from Nordcry.
第一种反应星超导吧。
Stellar contact.
在之前的版本我们有提及，在支持触发星超导反应的队伍当中，当冰元素接触雷元素时，就能够触发这种反应，创造星辉棱晶，并且将其附近的区域短暂变化为奇妙的极星辉域。在这个领域内，角色造成的星超导反应伤害以及冰、雷元素伤害都将获得提升。此外，还将降低敌人的物理抗性。而在支持触发星扩散反应的队伍当中，
found in the ditch. Do you know the last physical character was Eula? We never had other physical characters released since.
星辉风旋，风旋在一段时间后会爆发，造成冰元素伤害。如果在此期间多次触发星扩散反应，还会提升风旋的等级，在爆发时造成更高的
I
伤害。
hope it pulls enemies towards the center. I feel it feels
就变成了凛冽的寒风啊！
没错。其实，在至东啊，元素反应不仅能够应用在战斗当中，在战场之外也会为旅行者的冒险提供帮助。比如刚才提到的星扩散反应，会让角色的跳跃能力大幅得到提升，而星超导反应则可以和大世界更多的内容进行特殊的交互，并且啊，至东有很多的生物还有敌人也会对星烁反应有所响应。我们希望旅行者都能在至东的冒险当中，通过这些特殊的交互和反馈，收获到更多的乐趣。
是的，而且旅行者不仅能在至东解锁新的力量，在7.0版本的魔神任务中，还将获得一把风格独特的新武器。
We finally get our special weapon.
在至东的探索过程当中，旅行者每解锁一处7天神像，这把武器的力量都会得到提升。
大家也将逐渐了解到武器背后的故事和
Behind
秘密
this
哦。
刚才聊了这么多东西啊，那接下来我们是不是该聊一聊
So first thing first that we need to do as soon as we land in Snezhnaya is unlock all stages of the seven to get the weapon maxed out.
关于女皇啊，我相信大家可能都有一肚子的问题想要问。
对，而且在之前啊，大家知道愚人众的执行官，对他的印象可以说是各不相同。比如说，
的拉兹洛
觉得他温柔又冷酷，阿雷奇诺呢，则从他身上感受到了慈爱。 而桑多涅却说他彻底冻结了情感。那么女皇究竟是一个什么样的人呢？为什么会有那么多的能人志士都愿意追随并且效忠？
For money, no kidding. Most of them follow Tsaritsa for cash.
大家一直说的消失的火神之心，它又在哪里？女皇会不会还跟其余的6神有其他联系呢？
等一下，这个问题有点多，我们慢慢来啊。
没错，确实有点太急了啊。那我们就先给大家简单的去介绍一下女皇本人吧。
好的，冰之女皇安娜斯塔夏·费奥多罗夫娜·雪奈茨纳亚。
Wait, she actually has Snezhnaya in her name.
至东的气候威严而凛冽。 而作为至东的第2任冰神，他试图创造一个更加理想的世界，同时也是为了保证至东不会成为下一个坎瑞亚、下一个海伯瑞亚。
Or another. We really left a bad impression, huh?
自己和天理应该也算是有一点私仇吧？
没错，可能旅行者们不曾想到呀，所有的坎瑞亚人都是女皇的后裔。
哎，等，小老只是说悲剧啊。 你刚才是不是很自然的说出了一句很惊人的话？
我觉得大家早早晚晚都会猜出来的
啊。好，那既然啊，现在大家知道有这样的一层渊源在啊，就更能体会女皇的感受。
So all the Khaenri'ahs are descendants of the Tsaritsa. Like damn, how many children did she have?
的能源储量雪上加霜，社会各阶层的问题也接踵而至，而女皇此刻正在远方亲自讨伐引发这场灾厄的魔物。 没有女皇坐镇的至东堡会发生什么样的故事呢？ 各位旅行者可以在 7.0 版本的魔神任务第7章
Everwinter
第一
without
幕
mercy.
无神怜爱的雪国与第2幕死魂灵的夜曲中了解到更多与之相关的信息。
So
相信
we
最
have
近啊，
about
也有很
Act
多刚刚回
1
到提瓦斯的
and
旅行
2.
者，担心没有办法立刻了解至东的现状。其实从原神 4.0 版本开始，每年都会为回家的旅行者推出一项便利的功能。而在 7.0 版本更新后，所有完成了魔神任务序章
Yeah, the same basic. Still is wait. How the freak does that even make sense? So I guess the Tsaritsa had a son, and the son just multiplied like freaking rabbits across thousands of years. How old is the Tsaritsa? How does that make sense?
哎，奥黛塔，
what?
没错，
这位新朋友，我们是不是还没有好好跟旅行者们介绍？我知道呀，有不少旅行者对他都非常关注哦。
Yeah, I have been
那我们就来聊聊
paying
奥黛塔
close
吧。
attention to that indeed.
其实之前在超越 PB 当中，大家对奥黛塔的第一印象可能并不只是舞者，反而觉得她更像是一位刺客。
没错，奥黛塔就像舞剧中的黑白天鹅一般，一体两面。在台前，她是优雅美丽的舞者，而在
Any
幕后，
superconductor
她也是一名敏捷干练的
reaction
原
to
众
it
成员。
是的，她也是
is
愚
converting
人众
stellar
的一员。
conduct
大
respectively.
家或许会在月之8版本了解到啊，她其实和愚人众的第8席女士罗莎琳有一些关系。
奥黛塔是女士很器重的部下。
So she is not her daughter. I've seen talks about that.
在奥黛塔的成长过程中，她既接受着愚人众的严格特训，又在不断的精进着自己的芭蕾舞技。在这种日复一日的刻苦训练中啊，她逐渐感受不到疼痛了。
哇，这旁人听上去啊，感觉这个有点可怜啊。但是奥黛塔
So she is good for both conduct, stellar conduct and swirl.
正是因为有这样的性格特点啊，再加上舞者轻巧的身形，让她的战斗风格非常的锋利、敏捷，并且能够随机应战。奥黛塔
and the local specialties are marked on the map. Is she gonna be a mass pull?
这奥黛塔处于我们的队伍当中，她就能将队伍触发的超导反应以及冰扩散反应转化为新超导。
So she's gonna be good for 2 teams, for the Sandrone conduct team and for the swirl team. And she also buffs the damage. She's a buffer. Okay, is she the Xylon N for Snezhnaya? It kind of looks like that. Or maybe not Xylon N, but more like
这个倒影的造型
Inefa.
看上去就很冰冷锐利。
毒舞倒影可以间歇性造成强力的心受反应伤害。此外呢，还可以为队伍中所有的成员提供心受反应增伤加成。当然，奥黛塔自己也能上场输出。当她再次释放元素战技时，就能与毒舞倒影携手共舞，释放特殊的。
I mean, it's just like how if Gigi would take the field as a DPS.
我们可以看到，是作为黑白天鹅的奥黛塔同时发起
The
攻
black
击，
and white
对敌人造成
swan.
多段伤害。
同样的姿态，一面持剑，一面起舞，就是2种不同的感觉呢。那鸡哥啊，在战斗之外，我们有没有什么地方可以领略到
Yeah, so
哎，这一点我们当然也想到。
I'm gonna pull for Odette. I'm gonna save for Tsaritsa. I hope that Valerie or other male 5 stars are gonna come early so I can get some save patches.
当你看到奥黛塔在待机状态下进行舞蹈练习的时候呀，可以通过连续点按元素战技，欣赏到她持续的表演。在至东区域啊，还会有特别的演绎彩蛋。
接下来啊，我们再来聊聊另外一位来自至东边境小镇的猎人。
I don't care. It's a 4 star. I mean, let's see how powerful his kit is gonna be. But it's a 4 star. Let's be honest. Even though they did release Alyosha does off-field electro damage. I'm not replacing Miko with this guy.
突发状况的经验啊。
是的。阿罗夏他不仅捕猎的枪法了得
They did release, I kind of forgot her name, that witch hunter girl that was quite strong as a 4 star for the team. And there was also the guy for Zibai. Bro, what the fuck is with this?
没点真本事，那可真不
行。he's also gonna mark the specialties.
阿罗夏可以使用雷元素的力量为对手添加异类印记。若阿罗夏处于极星灰域当中激活印记，还能提供新超导伤害加成。
Is for stellar conduct, but who am I supposed to replace? Do you tell me that I need to replace Miko for this guy? No chance. I have her at Constellation 1.
协同攻击猎物呢？
没错，不仅如此啊，当图加林攻击的时候，还能为场上的角色
will also restore HP.
而在战斗之外，
Interesting. So he has healing capabilities.
还能够标记地图上附近至东特产的位置。
看来阿罗夏能给旅行者在之东的冒险
Is he gonna be given for free?
而且这
Probably.
次在推进本次的
Yeah, I knew it. I knew it. They give for free characters that mark specialty since for some time, which is fair, you know. That's a great idea.
不仅是边境猎人
But I'm not replacing Emiko. I don't know where am I supposed to use that guy.
我觉得还是等阿罗夏他自己来告诉旅行者比较好。我们现在啊，倒是可以聊聊志东
I'm
的其
gonna
他朋
pull
友
for
们。
Odette, keep Emiko. I don't know. Maybe I can replace Nicole.
比如呀，科
Since he's a
洛
healer
剧院内就有2位关系很好的明星人物，一位是我们刚才提到的
The
剧院
prima
的首席
ballerina.
芭蕾
Oh
舞
my
演员奥
god,
黛
the
塔，
split.
另一位
Okay.
呢是首席女高音歌唱家沃亚
And the
妮莎。
principal. I'm gonna get both of them.
一位唱歌，一位跳舞。要是他俩一起演出的话，岂不是志中最具人气的组合？
2位首席的粉丝确实不少啊，就连皇家能源协会的米提亚
Only kids pick. Adults take it all.
科学家也有空看芭蕾舞跟歌剧。
I'm gonna go for both of them. I don't care. This guy is a skip.
只是很可
Skip.
惜，每次他出来看演出，
I do hope he's a
还会被
5-star
军械
though,
工
so I
的瓦
can
砾里
have
少上
some.
抓个正
And
着
Valerie.
回去上
I've seen
班。
people say that Valerie might be a 4-star. Please don't be the case, you know. I don't. It's nice for both husbando collectors for the guy to be 5-star and for me so I can get the patch to skip, you know.
但我们现在可以跟大家
I
分
really
享
want
的是
half of the
有些
characters
志中的
shown
朋友
in
的确
Snezhnaya.
会来到剧院看奥黛塔的演出。
没错，就像我们在志东幕后故事当中说的那样，我们希望更多的内容啊，
It looks
可以被
like Charlie is
设
gonna
计成被
take
玩家
front
更
and
自然地
center in the
体验到的
story.
形式。他们的身份、性格、他们的遗憾、他们的小心思和烦恼，在丰富的演出之外，还应该在日常的游玩当中得到更多的体现。相信很多旅行者还记得啊，在《空月之歌》版本当中，我们能够了解到菲林斯、雅克达这些角色的生活剪影。
而在 7.0 版本的剧所任务里啊，各位旅行
That's
者
cool.
甚至还能走进奥黛塔的生活，亲自为她规划日程。
By
这
planning.
听起来有点像是经纪人哈。
Okay, Uma Musume manager, but Odette Musume.
是的，
Odette
毕竟她既是
manager.
芭蕾舞者，又是愚人众的成员，旅行者可能要面临很多平衡和抉择了。大家是希望安排她排练舞剧，还是执行一项魔物清剿的任务？是想让她外出放松，还是举行粉丝见面会去提高人气？根据旅行者不同的
I
安
can
排和
make
选
her.
择，奥黛塔的故事也会有不同的展开
Okay,
哦。
this is cool. This is one of
看
the.
看都会发生什么有趣的事件。
This is one. This is a racing simulator, like the many other games added. But you don't want to give me full reign as to what to do with
这个任务
Odette.
中
Believe
发
me.
现了一张
Otherwise, we are gonna
至
revive
于
Kai and
这张
React
卡具体能
together
解锁什么，就留给大
in
家
a
在游戏
certain
里
way.
寻找答案吧。而在我们剧院的首席女高音沃亚丽莎的剧所任务中，她偶尔也会躲在自己的秘密基地进行练习。
哎，但既然它叫秘密基地
I
啊，
feel like she'll be
我们要
great
是
friends with
误闯
Kokomi.
进去，可说不好咱们的水妖小姐会不会生气啊？有传言就说这个地方啊，它时不时会传来一些奇怪的声音，把周围的小动物都给吓跑了。
不过我也了解到，薇娅妮莎其实是遭遇了一些练声方面的困扰，才躲进这里的。
那还是请我们的旅行者帮帮她吧。
随着旅行者与奥黛塔、阿罗夏、沃亚妮莎的关系越来越亲近，还会开启一个特殊的任务线，让旅行者了解到至东的一个废弃车站。
Exploration quest,
沃亚
okay.
妮莎拉上了奥黛塔和阿罗夏共同帮忙，希望让这座车站重新运作起来。
当三位
The
角色
elves are
达到一
here.
定等级后，就会开启这条全新的故事线了。
是的，我们希望能让大家感受到，你不仅仅是在提瓦特大陆旅行，更是在这里与一群鲜活的人共同生活，共同书写彼此的故事。而在未来，我们也会慢慢接触到其他的至东角色的生活，甚至是那位看起来遥不可及的冰之女皇。
I want to delve in her life.
还有东气军的司令官，活跃灵动的风仙威斯纳，还有世代侍奉至东王子
The Royal
皇家
Head
女王
Housemaid
达妮卡。
哎，这两位应该就是女皇陛下的左膀右臂了吧？
的确，他们作为左膀右臂，常伴女皇身侧。只是这左膀和这右臂，他们会不会相互打起来，我就不好说了。另外，还有来自遥远时代的神秘妖精。
This guy looks like freaking Camille.
旅行者们都能逐渐认识。
Oh, also, they kind of leaked that the guard and the maid are having conflicts, you know, probably just banter.
在7.0版本的上
Let's go, Odette.
和阿雷奇诺即将
No, I already have Arlecchino's signature. Okay, I don't want to repeat the incident with Sandrone's weapon where I ended up getting a dupe of Citlali's weapon. Even though Citlali's weapon is kind of fire. Wait, this banner is cool. It's sick. I'm missing both Inefa and Flint's weapon, so pulling there will be a great idea. More forgeable weapons. The Claymore looks like, damn, looks like from Arabian Nights. Pretty local, you see? 5 new weapons. Okay, okay. Okay, new artifact sets. The party stellar. Wait, will I need to farm? No. The stellar, the furnace is probably for Odette, and the swirl is probably for a future character. So they pretty much kind of leaked that the next character in version 7.1 is gonna be a swirl, whatchamacallit, stellar swirl character. Oh, we can decorate the freaking gun and the train. We have a room on the train. This is Genshin Star Rail. Are we really that obsessed with Paimon? Wherever I go, I see her face. And it looks like we literally took over a train. We cleaned him of Snezhnaya, and we took charge. Where is Pompon? Who is the navigator? I'm refreshed to see that we still kick Fatuyas, but how do we become friends with Odette and the other when we stole a train and blasted Fatuis and killed Signora? I hope they are not close. Odette is close to Senora, okay? Odette was literally pretty much raised by Senora according to them. Is that a Pokemon? I hope they are not gonna... Oh my god, I get Aranara itches. Oh, please don't. But Odette was raised by Senora, and now we become her manager. I hope that's gonna get addressed. Because that's very awkward even for me.
Hello， 大家好，我是原神的场景美术莎莎，很高兴能够在这里和大家分享至东版本的精彩内容。
大家刚才看 PV 了吧？眼尖的朋友肯定已经发现了，咱们的旅行者不光换了身行头，连手里的武器也更新换代。
Yeah, we already noticed. You guys are leaked this way months beforehand.
一直没有改变的。
虽然原神已经陪伴了大家很
多年， And anyway, we started blasting.
每年都能给旅行者带来截然不同的体验。那到了至东，我们给大家带来的新玩法之一，便是这第三人称射击玩法。这也是我们下了很大力气的一次尝试，而至东就是呈现它的最佳武器。
What do they mean by that?
为什么这么说呢？
Why is that?
从我们美术的视角来看，至东的整体风格就充满了工
Why not Fontaine then?
而射击玩法就与至东所呈现出来的这种气质非常适配。
那从我们关卡设计的角度来看，至东本身就存在着像鱼人众先遣队、特甲队。
But why not Fontaine? Fontaine had a menagerie. They had whatchamacallit.
这片土地上有一个名为隐域的特殊空间。
The Shadow Realm.
隐域是天理的
Yugi. Oh.
区域具有规则之外的特性，这也为我们创造全新的玩法提供了环境。
当然了，我们绝对不会把一个玩法孤立地加入原神。
没错。
我们将射击玩法与元素反应进行深度融合，希望通过玩法乐趣的叠加，让旅行者体验到真正的原神式射击。
但是这个目标也把我们带到了一个前所未有的挑战面前，这方面阿川你应该感触颇深吧？
说实话，要在原神这个开放世界游戏里首次做射击玩法，就要兼顾电脑、主机、手机的操作体验，开发难度还是挺大的。 但比起开发难度的事儿，我们更在意的是怎么才能让所有玩家都玩得开心呢？
有的旅行者可能对射击玩法已经很熟悉了，但也有旅行者可能是第一次接触射击玩法，也有像我这样人菜瘾大的人。
所以我们加入了
Micro aim. I will never turn them on. Surely.
可以更轻松地享受射击的乐趣。
I'm not gonna turn them on and pretend to. Are we blasting the small fairies?
掩体，并且适配了相关动作，大家可以利用掩体进行躲避，或是翻越掩体接近敌人。当然也可以。
I mean, I appreciate this, but if I feel like they are gonna make it too easy like everything else, and you are not even gonna bother to hide behind cover and still be able to beat it.
我们在关卡设计上也考虑了不同玩家的喜好，准备了多种类型的设计。
Oh, okay. There are multiple difficulties.
丰富的探索关卡，也有酣畅淋漓的战斗关卡。战斗地形也很丰富，有广阔的旷野战。
I do hope it's not gonna take over the entire combat system for Snezhnaya. Shooting is gonna be fun, but after some time you will want to play Genshin. You know what I mean?
没错，有些关卡不需要高超的瞄准技巧，也能玩得很开心。大家可以巧妙地利用环境来智取，比如击碎冰面就可以让敌人掉入水中。当然，对于渴望挑战的玩家，我们也准备了高难关卡，那里的挑战会真正的考验你的操作、你的策略，还有你对游戏机制的理解。
还有就是我们在武器
What was with that 9999 number of
比如在
weapons?
7.0 版本就有3种枪械可以选择，有可以精准射击的冰元素步枪，也有能帮你自动锁定敌人的雷元素步枪。
That's my favorite weapon already.
一发多敌，并提
Look,
供
I
大
suck
范
at
围元素伤害的榴弹发射器。
shooting games. I never liked them.
可以
So
根据自己的风格来选择枪械进行作战。而且在至中探索的时候，旅行者们还可以不断的发现各种枪械配件，从而提升自己的力量。
在7.0版本，公司会定期组织隐秘环境下的周期训练，旅行者们参与其中，还可以获得各种奖励。
在未来，我们还会推出各种各样具备不同游玩体验的枪械和关卡。哎，莎莎，听了这么多，你是不是觉得你也可以成为提瓦特的射击高手了？
哎呀，懂你意思，我到时候就试试。不过我
I
感觉
like how
很多
they
旅行
address the
者
fact
可
that there
能
were
和我
guns
一
in the
样，
game
更
since the
习
very
惯原
first
神的常
patch.
规操作方式吧。
Still, I feel like
大家可能还是会有点
Fountain
顾虑
would have been a
我真的
better
能适应
fit,
射
you
击的
know.
操作方式
I
吗
mean, we have chlorine
我们也在大家初
and
次接触射击玩法的时候，准备了2套按键方
oh,
案，
two different. I mean,
习
okay.
惯的玩家。
We have chlorine and we also have. I forgot her name. I don't know why I want to call her
总
Sucrose.
之，我们的目标是让大家
You know,
都
the
能
fire
在这个射击
overload,
玩法里
overload,
找
the
到属于
4
自己的
star.
乐趣，也希望各位旅行者能够玩得开心。
就像我们一直说的，至东
It was probably not ready for
它的
release.
野心是超越规则，是打破束缚。而我们作为开发者，在构思至东大世界体验时，也想打破一下游戏设计的常规思路。我们希望为旅行者们带来更丰富的交互体验。
所以这次我们也针对这一点做了不少设计。大家知道，至东面临的2大生存挑战就是极寒环境和能源危机。说到寒冷环境，很多旅行者可能会联想到龙之雪山的体验。
No.
我们虽然是希望能让旅行者们拥有与环境相匹配的沉浸感，但寒冷值带来的紧张感又难免会让一些旅行者产生压力。
不过这次在至东，大家就不用担心了，
因为我们换了一个思路。
没错，旅行者们在抵达至东之后，会获得一副来自骇破波瑞亚的眼镜，这也是我们在至东幕后故事中提到的妙妙工具。
Oh, they addressed that. The Eye of
它很
Grey.
贴心哦，它不仅能帮你抵御寒冷，还能够帮你改变环境。
We are literally getting a magical girl transformation
灰
device.
眸可以储存克什尼克能量，当旅行者在寒冷的地区行动时，它会消耗能量来帮你保暖。
Wait, what the fuck? How exactly is this any different?
寒冷值才会积累，这样就能够保留旅行者们在至东
It's the same
压力
thing.
下的代入感。
It's just
就不会让大
they
家感到
extended
太
the
焦虑
cold bar.
灰眸更奇妙的地方在于它能够改变环境。
That's pretty
它可
much
以
it.
把一种名为真冰的冰块作为建材吸收，然后转化成各种各样的真冰造物。
Wait, what the
利用灰眸这种能力，你甚至可以建造一个雪球发射器，把自己当成雪球发射出去。
用这种方式探
Is
索
this
至东，说不定也是不错的
Fortnite?
选择呢。当然啦，你也可以造一个勾连炮，把某个调皮的双鲸拉过来。你还可以建造一个简易暖源，让它在一定范围内跟随你，并持续提供温暖。
更有趣的是，真冰造物还能和其他
I mean, it's pretty much Dragon Spine, but easier.
你也可以留下信息标识，为后来者提供路标。
你看，在至东，你一个人的创造就能够帮助到很多人。
Oh, the Elden Ring
把一
concept.
部分交互的主动权交到大家手中，这真名造物真不错。
好忍，不愧是至东，不过它本来就是冰。
除了真冰造物，我们的新超岛反应也能和大世界产生更多交互。比如新超岛创造的星辉棱晶也有御寒能力。如果你愿意，也可以把这个抵御寒冷的庇护所分享给其他人。
Oh, nice. So my sandrone can create a cryo resist, can help me.
它能让雪球飞得更远，
And
还能让封存的料理变成美味料理。更多有意思的玩法，就等各位旅行者去发现、去创造了。
也正如我们之前在至东幕后故事中提到的，我们希望大家能够按照自己的想法去体验和优化原神这个世界，让至东这片广袤的土地成为
Did they say that you can change?
哎，莎莎，聊了这么多，我们是不是也应该带大家好好逛逛至东了？
我们这一次的
Oh, we can change our the food that we failed before to make into delicious food. Interesting.
去几个必玩的打卡点吧。
Even though nobody really uses the food, but still.
那就是双金的村落。这里居住着调皮的双金，你会和他们发生许多意想不
Look,
到的有趣
the
互动。
village looks very cool, and I
那
love
这个时候是不是应该说点啥？
啊，我说吗？
the looks of these little critters. But I still have Aranara
不
PTSD.
开玩笑了，旅行者们还可以找到这里的村长，兑换一个特别的武器外观，
看着很美味的样子。哦，对了，至东的鱼种也很特别，有长得像雪花的，也有长得像雪
I
人的，
forgot
真是一方水
fishing
土
was
养
a
一方
thing.
鱼呀。
Huh.
可不是嘛？在这神奇的至东，连兽怪都
Oh my, this
还
is
用尾巴钓鱼，这至东奇妙的物种。
okay. You know what? I give them props for
你
that.
看这儿还有
That's
看着就
genius.
很会挠痒痒的极地熊，看着就很乐呵的雪地犬，看着就很会滑冰的兽怪，看着就很另类的夜角鸮，还有看着就很有学术气质的矮灵。虽然
Elves.
可能有的旅行者会想拿出留影机
You know what?
和他们合
The
照，
flora and
不过我建议大家
fauna
还是
look
先保持
amazing.
安全距
This
离
is probably
毕竟
the
这里是至
best
东，和地
designed
土地
region
上
that they
任何
ever
一个
released.
生灵的战斗力。
是的，除了有趣
In
的
terms
生
of
态，
enemies,
应
in
该也有
terms of
旅行者想感受一下
biodiversity,
至东
in
的人文
terms
生
of
活与
looks
工业
like
脉
it's
搏。
just
如果
perfect.
对这个感兴趣，那我推荐大家一定要来体验一下我们
And
完
they
整
have a
的铁路
railway
系统。
system.
至东有很多的列车站点，
We are never
我最
gonna
推
use
荐
it.
大
We are
家
just
来
gonna
列车
teleport
总
all
站
over
看
the
看。
place, but
如
still.
果说至东堡是至东的心脏，那列车总站便是至东的命脉。
在这里，你会看到买票候车的至东人，
有的人带着理想而来，有的人带着希望出发，有的人在为职责驻守，
And
有的
some
人
just
在
want
为
to
生
go
计
visit
奔波。
their
这里
parents.
是至东的列车总站，
Nothing
也可
that
以说是
crazy,
至
too
东浪
crazy.
漫与残酷的生活缩影。
在轨道旁边，旅行者们还可以召唤自己的专属列车，控制列车前往至东的各个站点。
我们还为旅行者配备了
Oh
齐全的
my
设施
god, we
如
get
果
a
你想
train
调试
all
与
for
改造枪械
ourselves.
可以在枪械准备台进行
We
操
did this
作
before
如果你想快速
Kairos.
提交每日
We
任
did
务
this before
也可以
Honkai
通过
Star,
征兵
before the
通话器联系
Trailblazer.
凯瑟琳。
顺带一提，合成台也会放在你的火车上。
Wait,
这你倒提醒我了。
this is
在
how
至
we.
东堡确实没
Oh
见到
my
合成台
freaking.
啊。
This is
因为
power
现在的
creeping.
至
All
东
the
是
other
人民禁止研究
alchemy
炼
is
金术的
strictly
但我们是
forbidden.
降临者，我们有自己的做事方
Bro,
式。
your
但是我
queen
听
made a
说
deal
在
with
古老的至
gold.
东
What
曾
the
经有许
freak?
多炼金术师，他们留下了各种炼金造物。
不错，各位旅行者也可以尝试去挑战这些古老的炼金造物，比如不灭衍生造物。
This
或
is
是
gold's
现
fault,
合
isn't
一
it?
菌师，从
This
而
is
获得
definitely
奥黛塔
gold.
和阿罗
Gold
夏的
somehow.
材料。
Alright,
旅
new
行者们有没有
materials.
注意到挂在
It's
至东
gonna
天
take
空
a
上
while
那些
until
像
we are
树
gonna
枝
be
一
able
样
to
的
build
东
these
西
two. But
它
still,
和
we need
起
to
点版
talk
本的世界任
about
务
how
有
now we
关
have the
各位旅行
entire
者将会踏上
setup
一
inside
段
of the
探
damn
寻至东
train.
历史的旅
And
程。
we also
在
got
这
a
段旅
train
途中，
all
旅
for
行者们可能会
ourselves.
来到一
We
片
can, I
完
mean,
全不同的区域——谚语谷。这里异常温
I
暖，
hope
温
it's
暖
fun.
到
I
诡异
mean,
的程度。
I don't know
而
how
奇
they are
怪的
gonna
人
make
魔
it
伪装在
worth
环境中的素
using.
人
You know
还
what
有
I
头
mean?
上长树枝的小女孩
Okay,
让这里
this
一
girl's
切
design
看起来更
is
加古怪。另外，大家还可能会参加一场
druids
雪
or
娘的婚礼。
哎，听说雪娘是为爱而生的种族，想必她的婚礼一定很浪漫吧？
那我可不好说。我们还是先来看看这
There are
白发
so
小当
many
地吧。在这里
species.，
旅行者们能了解到至东的初代冰神
Belitza
白沙皇的故事，也会经历一场特殊的试炼。 大家还记得我们之前提到的眼镜灰眸吗？在这段旅途中，我们还会帮灰眸寻找过去的力量。
原来我们在 7.0 版本有这么多可以探索的地方呀！当然，限定时间内完成探索目标，还能获得400元奖励哦。
As soon as this launches, we are gonna slave away for 3 days and clean everything.
带来前所未有的体验。无论你是喜欢爽快的射击，还是喜欢精妙的解谜。
The train was a genius idea. Still, I don't know how they are gonna make it work. The only way they are gonna make it work is if they make the teleport points, scarcer. But there are gonna be people that complain about that too.
至东音乐现场以及千星奇遇的相关内容。那旅行者们，一会儿见，
拜拜。
So far, they only really showed, the cult, the species look amazing. Like there are so many, like the frozen fairies. Is it a druid or a dryad? I don't know what kind of species is she gonna be. The bunnies, the fox fishing with the tail in the lake. That was a nice touch. It was a really nice touch, Odette 0812, and now we're gonna see the events. So they're gonna add a special mini event. They are not even character quests, it's like there are mini events for each of the character list. Did they skip over Alyosha's though? I remember Odette's and Vodyasnya's and whatever, but I don't remember what was the event for Alyosha. Maybe because he's a 4-star, I don't care about him one bit. So Vodyasna is probably gonna be released in 7.1, and she's probably gonna be Anemo, maybe?
应该是你第一次，也是海外的小伙伴第一次出现在前瞻节目的现场啊。
是的，非常高兴能够来现场参加前瞻节目。我想啊，现在应该有不少世界各地的旅行者正在看我们的前瞻节目吧。那么作为一款在全球同步发行的游戏呢，我们很开心能够看到越来越多的旅行者加入这场旅途。
没错。那这些年来呀，我们也看到了全球各地的旅行者陪伴原神一起走过的脚印。
是的，我想无论旅行者们来自哪里，都一定能在至东找到那份属于自己的快乐。
那接下来不妨就一起先看一看至东的版本活动吧。
哎，几哥，我听说这次为了促进各国冒险家的友好交流，冒险家协会总部在至东举办了一场前所未有的赛事。
是的，那这一次啊，我们的老朋友璃月冒险家协会的分会长兰姐已经在现场摩拳擦掌了。
哎，我看迪奥娜也来了。
Diona，
看她应该是来寻找调酒材料的。
Now that's more like it. That's Snezhnaya for you.
的调饮师。我们说回比赛啊，这次赛事的独特之处啊，就在于它没有历史经验可以参考，对于所有的冒险家来说都是全新的挑战。这是因为啊，这一次参赛选手将亲自驾驶列车在至东的雪原上穿梭驰骋。
不过这个至东啊，幅员辽阔，那列车在行驶的过程中间可能会碰到特殊天气、特殊地形。
If everyone in Snezhnaya could have a private train, I cannot see that not descending in chaos. I don't know how that will make sense,
此外呢，赛事还准备了射击项目，考验参赛者对新式武器的。
So this is gonna be the flagship event, encountering many of the previous characters, probably giving some tidbits of lore about.
当然了，我们也可以帮助。
I can't every time I hear the Shadow Realm, I feel like summoning blue eyes.
多样的奖励，还能邀请迪奥娜加入旅行者的队伍。
Oh, Diona for free. Too bad that already.
也得到了魔女的玉饰，
是的，
这样正好就可以在至东试试身手了。
I feel like they need to add.
就少不了凯瑟琳。旅行者们这一次可以前往海蟹镇参与活动与挑战，抽取凯瑟琳的立项部件，用自己喜欢的方式搭建出凯瑟琳的不同形象。
无论是拿来装点海蟹镇，还是放进成歌服饰，这都是一个非常不错的选择。
That looks more like a sandrone, the right one.
也可以将它放进寄物装置，分享给其他有需要的旅行者。
多多交流，互帮互助，这个真不错。
旅行者们也可以参加由冒险家设计的隐喻演练，用枪械抵御强敌。
Oh, this is tower defense. This reminds me of the tower defense in Wuthering Waves and previous. Yeah, it's the same bit. I love it though. I love tower defense game modes, so I do not mind about that. I don't care about this.
无相之水的卡牌将加入牌组。
部分角色的魔导天赋牌也会加入其中，欢迎旅行者们体验。
I am quite surprised how much support they give to these game modes, you know? I feel like not that many people play them, but I might be wrong on that. Still, they need, okay, optimizations. Bro, you already released the perfect optimizations in Zenless Zone Zero. Copy them in Genshin!
旅行者也可以通过冒险笔记更快捷地前往对应的区域，或者获得对应的奖励。
听起来这个是方便又实用啊！
是的，这样一来呀，不仅接取任务更方便了，还可以帮助旅行者了解故事的脉络，更直观地看到至东这片土地上正在发生什么。
So this is similar to how
排序方式。版本更新后，最新开放的圣遗物秘境将在前排显示。
Okay, because I kind of got tricked by that before. I did not realize the new artifacts are set release with Linnae.
和记录有价值的地点和情报。
地图更大了，冒险的标记也更多了，旅行就是这样一件充满了成就感的事情啊！
是的，接下来是幽静微战相关的。
Is it that hard though to add the option to pick what 4 stars you want on the banner? They did that in Zenless. Come on, Genshin.
新的武器外观。 也就是说啊，这个版本开始起，达成挑战的旅行者可以从过去和现在所有的外观当中任意选择。
Bro, I'm not a whale. I cannot take advantage of this. I never managed to get the weapon
在限定
looks.
时间内完成绝境关卡，旅行者就可以获得2套很好看的外观喽。
是的，是的。那今年旅行者的旅途啊，已经抵达了至东。每一年，我们都希望为大家推出更多全新的体验。 也希望这些内容能让你们和提瓦特这个世界产生更多的牵绊。
没错，无论是旅行者在提瓦特。
Wait, what happens with the dupe system? Are we is gonna get refresh?
为玩家提供丰富的长线游玩体验，这确实也是原神。
Can I get Constellation 2, Yaemiko? Are they gonna add new characters?
我们还有一个内容要
is this
分享给
it?
各位旅行者。 在去年啊，开发组的各位为旅行者们放上了一个玩法系统例行修远，见证了玩家与角色的牵绊。我们也希望能和旅行者把这段牵绊继续延续下去。因此，新一期的例行修远将在现在可选角色的基础上加入更多的角色了。
这次又有不少角色呀。
没错，
我看还有一些获得了魔女浴室的角色也加入了可选范围。
是的，是的。那就像去年我们说过的那样啊。 旅行者们的
I have to check the characters again.
并且和你共鸣。
Was one of them meta defining?
这个环节之后，是不是应该到每年摇晃红酒杯的时候
？I don't think so. Maybe Risley.
都已经迫不及待的想看一看今年的交响乐现场了。看看这一次
Risley. He got buffed and he's quite strong now, and now you can also get his constellation. But is his constellation 1 good for anything? Hey, they did not mention if it refreshes. Can I get constellation 2, Yaemiko?
Yes, yes. I'm prepared now to go to Snezhnaya. Yes, we're going to record the music. It's been a great pleasure and a wonderful opportunity to work with MiHoYo and Genshin Impact over the last, golly, what is it now, 4 or 5 years. It's a pleasure to meet you all. We're currently recording music for the Snezhnaya. This year's music gives a completely different feeling. It's more solemn and emotionally charged, which actually requires the composers to capture it very delicately in order to bring it to life.
Get to the music, bro.
Yes, please. 1, 2.
I could never understand, like, the guy that controls the tempo with that little stick. How exactly does he manage to do it, you know?
I like this piece very much, and it reminds me of something.
Bro, I don't really care about the talk about music and so on and so forth. So, in terms of optimization, they added more characters, but I did not see New Villette there. I did not see Arlecchino there, at least at the first glance. I'll have to go back at the end of the live stream to make sure that maybe they were hidden among the characters. They did add Tesli, but at this point, we have too many cryo characters that are meta. We have Skirk, we have Odette, we have Sandrone.
Great work and also very particular.
Like, how many does that element need? Show some love to others. I don't even know what other constellation I can pick from the characters. There was also Chlorine there. Did they mention if it resets? Like, can I, instead of going for a constellation for these guys, can I just go for a dupe for Yamiko so I can get her at C2? They did not mention it, right? I'll have to check. Still, we have so many 4 stars now, and Alyosha is just gonna join. So I do not understand why. It's not like they can't do it. They did it for Zenless Zone Zero. They proved they can. It's just because their game does so well, they can be bothered giving better quality of life to the players. That's kind of the gist of it. What kind of musical instrument is that? They are still singing in they are still singing in Latin. Now we get to the good part. That's like him for war. Is this like a parallel? You know how in Honkai Star Rail, when we were in Belobog, we fought against Tokolia, who was possessed by the Stellaron, and the Stellaron is kind of like the heavenly principles, right? So but Kokolia was also considered the Tsaritsa of the region, so things are gonna get interesting. I still don't know how the Tsaritsa is supposed to be, how the Kainrians are descendants of the Tsaritsa. We are gonna join the fat way, aren't we? Bravissima! I mean, it was good, but I did enjoy the Node Cry singing more. It's just me, you know? Wait, there is more. Nymphondai. Is this for Odette? I mean, bro, they can just release a video with all the songs later. Just show me if there is something more to this live stream, you know? Wait, this is the song from the trailer. And then the whistle for the dogs of Alyosha. This guy is giving his life there. Come on, don't be shy. Get up and then have a performance. I don't even need to. I'm gonna use my prophetic powers now. I feel like the fact that Snezhnaya is inspired, has as inspiration Russia, is gonna turn controversial sooner or later. There are gonna be people that will not be able to separate an imaginary country in Genshin from the real country, or well, I mean, they are kind of inspired, so I get it up to a point, you know, but still, I can already tell. Especially with the team that seems to surround Snezhnaya.
好的，那感谢 Hoyo Mix 的同学以及音乐家们的演出。我们在之前的节目中介绍过，至东音乐中更多的是斯拉夫音乐风格，
没错，
整体风格呢充满的是戏剧性和空间感。
I'm curious what part of Latin is
这下非常非常期待在游戏里去品味更多的至东音乐了。
是的，那接下来是千星奇遇的新内容。
Interesting。
这个版本千星奇遇又会是什么主题呢？让我们通过一个 PV 来感受一下。
Is this the Miliastra? This guy looks like a character from Honkai Star Rail. These are the designs. These are the skins that we could have in game, but instead they are put in Miliastra for goddamn knows what reason. Like, imagine the skin set for Lini and Lynette. Just freaking man. This is why you see so many haters for Genshin. Some genuinely don't like the game. Some just dislike how Hoyo seems to hold themselves back on purpose.
是啊，看起来就很适合和朋友们一起拍摄一些有意思的画片。当然呀，7.0版本的千星奇遇也为骑将们带来了一批全新的场景色彩。
Like these skins for Lini and Lynette would have been fire, but why they didn't add them for the regular game? I don't know. Who can answer me?
相关资产在未来是不是也能进入到千星沙箱，支持骑将们的创作呀？
哎，你这就问到点子上了。首先啊
Probably the animations for the abilities would have been more expensive and taken more time.
就是一个让创作者们可以沿着原神已经探索过的路径。
But this is exactly what I'm talking about, because they are so successful. There's literally nobody that can just compete with them. I mean, I've seen some people say Wuthering Waves. Wuthering Waves is not as big as Genshin, okay? It definitely takes some, and for the most part, they take the players that would quit Genshin anyway, you know? They kind of have different teams. Wuthering Waves having the optimizations and graphics, while Genshin still has top-of-the-line lore and story. Even though Wuthering Waves did improve a lot with the story recently, but still, they cannot compete with a game that was launched and had time to develop the lore for 7 years. It's just not possible. Unless they literally press on the gas pedal and start releasing 5 times the content. I do like, so is that like a Halloween event, a spooky event in Miliastra? Couldn't they have just added it in the regular game?
从蒙德、里约再到诺德卡莱，一幕一幕就像是昨天一样。
接下来，旅行者们的足迹终于要去到至东了。
那在节目的最后呢，我也想代表原神项目组对大家说，在今年的至东版本，乃至于提瓦特之外，未来更遥远的世界
，The lands beyond Teyvat，
初心，创作出更多打破常规、超越规则的内容。为各位旅行者带来更多意想不到的惊喜。
I don't know if they are really pushing that the boundaries that.
它长成多么参天的大树，无论它的枝芽通向。
I'm gonna give it to them because they added the shooting system, which no other game did so far.
原神也会一如既往的打磨品质，用稳定可持续的更新，将这份惊喜延续下去。
是的，正如基哥所说，我们的每一位同学，无论身处国内还是海外，都会陪伴着全球的旅行者们一起走过接下来的每一个版本，回馈每一份热爱和期待。同时呢，我还想以我个人的角度多说一句，我想感谢一下咱们每一位旅行者，感谢你们选择成为了旅行者，因为你们，我们才知道全世界的玩家都如此热爱原神，我们才有了一直坚持下去的信心，这趟冒险之旅才有了最好的起点和更值得期待的未来。
希望每一位旅行者都能在即将到来的7.0版本玩得开心。那我们
8月12日至东见。
August 12 more days, almost 2 weeks. Is there anything else left? Odette? Okay. Is that really all? No surprise other than that. Okay, so first of all, the biggest reveal of this live stream. The Khaenrians are... first of all, well, actually, no, there are multiple reveals. First of all, it looks like Ronova is the reason why Paimon is sick, the curse of death. I feel like the Traveler... I cannot really comprehend Paimon dying. I am sorry. I know it's serious and whatnot for the Traveler, but if they are ever gonna kill Paimon, it's because she's gonna show up as some kind of final villain. We all know that. You know it, I know it, everyone knows it. Paimon is gonna be some kind of final boss. So I do not really feel anything about her being in danger or anything like that, because I know she's either gonna survive for sure, or she's gonna die and then be resurrected as the Heavenly Principles or some other BS like that. And bro, I mean, look at this. This is Ronova. You know what the... I do not want to fight her. Because if we fight her, it's pretty much going to be confirmed. It's not going to be confirmed that she's not going to be playable, but it looks like the chance of her being playable shrinks little by little with every reveal. And I like her design more than Tsaritsa's. So I'm sorry about that bit. I mean, look at this. Okay. Look at this. I don't care. I do not want to fight for the Fatui. I want to be on Ronova's side. She helped us in Atlan. She literally helped fought on the side of humanity. And so far, despite all the complaints about the Heavenly Principles, I did not get a true reason why they should be destroyed or why they did anything bad. Every bad action that the Heavenly Principles did was as a response for somebody being a moron and breaking some kind of law and almost bringing extinction to Teyvat. Like the nails were to fight the freaking abyss. It's what it is, you know. If not for the nails, the abyss would have taken over Teyvat. That's just the truth. There are always collaterals in every conflict. So if they try to make me hate the Heavenly Principles because of that, they did not manage to do it. And so far, sometimes they even bend the rules a little if it means Teyvat is not going to be in danger and whatnot. They approve the burning of Irminsul. I can't see them as enemies, not when compared to the freaking Fatui. We almost got killed off by Signora. We ended up just reposting against her. So I am sorry. I will hate it if we ended up being one of the Fatui Harbingers or even fighting against Ronova without a good reason. And no, Paimon being in danger, I mean, that's kind of a good reason maybe, but there must be a reason why Paimon on her own is in danger, and I feel like that's gonna be just justified. And why can we not just leave, you know? Leave Snezhnaya. Paimon got sick when we entered that region, so why can't we just leave the damn place? So yeah, I hope they're gonna address that. There is also the fact that apparently the Khaenrians are descendants of the Tsaritsa. How old is the Tsaritsa in Genshin? Let me check that. So Tsaritsa is around at least 500 years old, but it's not stated exactly. We know that Zhongli is the oldest. Khaenria happened 500 years ago, right? Yeah. So unless the Tsaritsa is a freaking rabbit, just making 15 children at once, the Khaenrians being descendants of the Tsaritsa means that at some point she had a child and the child continued to, you know, make more childs, but it will take generations upon generations to be able to have enough population to make a country like Khaenria, even if you consider mixing up with others. So it's like, how old is she? How old is Zhongli? Oh, Zhongli is over 6,000 years. Huh. So I guess she had a time. With this, though, we have pretty much confirmed that the Tsaritsa was together with somebody, probably the third descender, and they had children. I can already see some people complain about this, even though so far for Alice it was fine. I'm not sure about the Tsaritsa. It probably is going to be a nothing burger. I feel like if the Tsaritsa was an XP of Kiana or Elysia, and who ended up giving her a husband and having children, there will be people up in torches. I know I've exposed my opinion on the freaking Reddit and people are, no, how could the community do something like that? There is no way. Yeah, surely they will not do something like that. Surely they will be rational about some of the most beloved characters in Honkai Impact 3rd that are usually also, you know, part of the Captain verse, being as waifus for the players there. Are going to get married in Genshin. I'm sure that everyone is going to be completely rational about that. But that's besides the point. So the Tsaritsa is old. Anyone remembers this schmucks? These guys were the first that we met talking about the Fatui, and they were such pieces of trash that we all started hating the Fatui by default. And this guy is just full on aura farming. They are doing Project Stutza, which is probably collecting diagnoses. It looks like they do it in the absence of the Tsaritsa, which kind of explains why it's such a mess. Why Columbina was hunted and all of that. And this is Belobog. I am sorry, this is freaking Belobog. The concept of a never-ending winter with temperatures plunging, and they have to mine some kind of mineral in order to make the land warm, and the mineral starts running out. It's Belobog. They tested the waters with this in Honkai Star Rail, and then they just reused it. But the new map for freaking for the whatchamacallit for Snezhnaya looks absolutely insane. Like the buildings, the freaking main landmarks look. Is it going to be more fire than Fontaine? For me, Fontaine had the best design out of all of them. But you know what? How can Fontaine compete with something like this? Okay, this is a full-on palace, right here. Fontaine only had some scattered big landmarks here and there, but it looks like Snezhnaya is full of them. Small villages spread across the land, freaking palaces, freaking opera houses, even like Fontaine. It's probably going to be the best design region by far. It's not even going to be close. Even the mobs look insanely interesting. I mean, look at them. I did not see a single mob design that I dislike. And we are also going to get the weapon. Also, the Traveler. The Traveler is going to be able to trigger all the freaking stellar whatchamacallit. They learned from freaking Nodcry, okay? In Nodcry, it was a mess because we had no 4-star options, and the Traveler was also, well, not helpful on that front. So this time, they kind of fixed that, and we have to see just how powerful the Traveler is going to be. I still don't have any expectations for him. Surely after 6 regions, the 7th one is gonna be, you know, where the Traveler is actually gonna shine. Was there any time where the Traveler was good? I don't think so. There were some times where people were hoping that he's good, but that was simply because there were no other options for what he was doing at the time, and as soon as even 4 stars were released, he was just dumped to the side. My Traveler is still level 70. So, yeah. But he also gets a new weapon. So who knows? In Wuthering Waves, they also released a new weapon for the character. Now in Genshin, they released a new weapon. In Zenless Zone, they have a new weapon for Pyrois. Honkai Star Rail is actually the last one to get a new upgrade. And they mentioned about how... Wait, where are my... They mentioned about how each statue... Each time the Traveler unlocks a statue of the 7, this weapon will be further powered up. So you're going to get dupes for the weapon as you unlock the statues. First things first in Snezhnaya that you're going to have to do is run to every statue of the 7 and get the maxed out weapon. But how? 7? Interesting. I wonder how the system is going to work. Everyone gives their own opinion about Tsaritsa. We already know. She's somebody that looks cold on exterior, is actually hot on the interior. She's probably the most passionate about out of all of them. However, her heart got frozen because of tragedy and whatnot. We all heard the story, okay? Personal grudge against the heavenly principles. Oh yeah, this is where they mentioned it. The Tsaritsa's feelings, why not? You know, I'm curious how that works. What the freak is this, bro? Just why? Is it? I mean, it looks to me like they're trying to squeeze every single bit of storage that they can. They do not even need to add anything extra on the sides. You know, they could have just made it water and call it a day. But no, it's like this freaking corridor, the same as the one from Natlan. And I've seen the concept arts for how the map will look. It looks like a freaking pretzel all over the place. It's just... I don't know if they just left space so they can add regions in the future, even though they did not prepare in lore for most of them. I think they are just trying to squeeze every bit of optimization they can, because the map got completely ridiculous. It looks like they get a break. When we are gonna go to Khaenri'ah or the next part of Teyvat, I am sure that they are gonna do it like in Honkai Star Rail and ZZ, where they separate the maps. Because it looks to me like they are on their last feet with being able to squeeze this. It's just not possible. And we have Odette, Hata F. She is support for both Stellar Conduct and Cryo Swirl and Stellar Swirl. So, yep, I need to get her for my Sandrone. And I'll probably also need her if I want to use the Stellar Swirl team, which by their reaction and how they are shilling Vodiasna, she's probably going to be an emo. Even though she also gives me cryo vibes, but really, not every single Snezhnaya character needs to be cryo, right? And she boosts the entire party stellar glimmer damage. Like, look at the split that she does. Oh my god! You are gonna get some nice. Oh my! You are gonna damn. Some of these moves are. Okay, after what I was saying, all right, after Emiel we get Odette. Like, she is flashing us constantly. How you gonna be able to focus on the battle? You know what? I'm gonna build her as a DPS just because I want to keep her on field with her dance. Character highlights: when she's in the party, any stellar is converted. Yeah. Boosting, unleash follows up attack. Might even trigger special performance Easter eggs. And she's a dancer. The quality, I never remarked the mask on this model. The quality of the characters is so much higher right now compared to the others, compared to the 1.0 characters or even 2.0. People were memeing on Ayaka, comparing the quality of Odette's design with Ayaka, and you know what? They were absolutely right. They need to they need to take an entire patch to make an overhaul for the character's design. Because if they plan to go the route of buffing them and always keeping them relevant at some point or the other and have the amount banners, they need to make sure that they are all the same in quality. Meaning high quality, you know what I'm saying? Okay, what else? Alyosha. Oh, she also can dance like that. Alyosha, this guy is Electro, and he looks like he's either replacement for Nicole or for Yae Miko. I'm not replacing my Yae Miko with him. He's a 4-star. Even if he turns out to be good or decent, he will need probably Constellation 6. So there is that. And again, Nicole. I mean, he can free my Nicole for other teams, I guess. But even then, I don't know. There must be other Electro characters out there. I'll probably still build him because he's for free, you know. But I am not that excited about his existence. Coordinated attacks. This is literally Fischl and Yae. Or most Electro characters have this kind of off-field attacks. Nice, though, is that you can collect specialties with him, same with Odette, just like before, and he's going to be given for free. So we're not going to need to just hunt for... Did they mention what 4-stars are on Odette's banner? I don't think so. Oh my god, look at that. That skirt is so short and I am all for it. I am the target audience. And these are the mini story quests for them. I believe that they are gonna be fun. You know, this is a build your character Uma Musume trailer, self-identity, external recognition. I'm gonna go all on self-identity here. And you get different endings, and same with her. Good way to go about knowing the characters more. You know, they did not. They mentioned that Alyosha is also gonna get his, but they did not show his, and he's a 4-star, so I don't really have expectations. And look at the little Christmas elves right there, and the little village. Druzna. So she is the guard of the Tsaritsa, and she is the maid serving the Tsaritsa. Did they alter her design? I cannot see for sure. And this guy just pops out of nowhere, vampire-looking guy. No, they do not mention the 4-stars. Oh, no, they mentioned that Alyosha is gonna be on this banner, but they do not mention the other 4-stars. I hate that she's together with Arlecchino, or, well, I actually like it a little because I already have Arlecchino and her weapons, so I don't need to pull, but since she is on the same banner as Arlecchino, I cannot bet on getting her signature weapon, so I'll probably just get her and call it quits and hope for a rerun with another character whose weapon I don't have. Then we have Flins and Inefa. This is a good one because I don't have either's weapons and I don't mind getting it. And Flins is still one of the best characters out there, so yeah. No plan to pull for him, but still, it's nice to have the option. Heart of Furnace, boosts attack and the party stellar glimmer damage, boosts crit rate and stellar swirl damage. This is probably gonna be for Odette, and this is probably gonna be for whatever Anemo DPS is gonna come in the future, or maybe even Odette. No, she's not triggering stellar swirl, is she? I don't know. Who are you pulling from the new constellation selector? All right, let me check. So first of all, I don't know. Are they gonna be reset? Like, can I get Yae Miko Constellation 2 and start working towards Constellation 6 or nah? The new edition will be building upon the currently available characters while adding more characters. They do not mention a reset. Okay, no reset. I probably... So I don't have Rio Tesli. If I had him, he'll probably be the choice because he also got buffed. I don't have Lini. I don't have Chiori, neither Sijuan. There is Chlorine, Emily, Yume Mizuki is out of here simply because she's a standard character. Xianyun and Navia, I mean, I don't know. They are all kind of, you know, power crept. Navia is replaced by Zibai. I plan to pull for Zibai. Chlorine, there is Flins. Xianyun is used, and not even only Flins, there is also Varesa. Emily, I forgot when was the last time I used her. And Xianyun... Yeah, that's the thing, right? I could already bet that Rio Tesli was the best character, but I don't have him for 1. And 2, I have too many. There are too many good cryo characters. Like, I already have Sandrone as a cryo DPS. I already have, Skirk as a cryo DPS. The Tsaritsa is gonna be a freaking cryo. I don't know if she's gonna be a DPS or not, but I am just overwhelmed with cryos at this moment and I cannot afford to go for another one. And Yume Mizuki, I will not waste one of these things for her. She's a standard character. Sooner or later, I'm gonna get her to Constellation 6, especially since we get a selector every year now from the anniversary. So yeah, I don't really know who to go for. Probably either Emily or Xianyun. I'll have to check. I forgot what their Constellation 1 does. They are support, so they are going to be useful for something. If I had the option, I will go and get another constellation for my Yae Miko. I don't know. Let me check. So, Xianyun Constellation 1. Genshin Constellations. So her constellation 1 is... I need to scroll all the way down. No, you can get... that sucks. I mean, would they have lost anything if they added the option to just reset and get another one? I don't think so. It's just... Bro, I don't see... I need to open... Wait, I need to open Genshin. What am I doing? Why am I searching on weird websites? Let me just open Genshin and check in game for my characters. Like, it will take you like 2 years to even get her at Constellation 6, so what is the... And I'm kind of... After I saw the Zenless Zone Zero changes to their banners, I was hoping Genshin will do the same thing, you know? The option to select what 4 stars you get from the banners, because right now there are so many 4 stars in the game, which is great, but the fact that you cannot select what you get and all that makes it hard. It makes it surprisingly hard to get a Constellation 6 4-star right now. Especially if you are a new player. Like, I'm complaining as an old player, but new players, how can they even snipe one of these guys? If they don't snipe them on the release banners, it's gonna take 1 year or so to see them again. And maybe even on character banners that they don't like, so... And I hope that they will try to add premium characters to the regular banner, but no, yeah. But it's Genshin, it's kind of expected at this point. So let's go. I need to open my YouTube on the side so I see the exact characters. So Navia, what exactly do you have? Ladies' rules for keeping each stack of crystal shrapnel consumed restores 3 energy. Not that great. From a meta perspective, what are your plans for 7.0? Pull Odette. She looks like she's gonna be a must for the Sandrone team and for whatever Stellar Swirl reaction is gonna come in the future. I don't know if Vodiasna is gonna be the Anemo character that's gonna work. They kind of tease them working together, so it's probably gonna be the case. I do need to save enough pulls for the Tsaritsa. Like, Tsaritsa is a must. And if is the case, I'm also gonna try to get for Vodiasna. Outside of that, none of the other characters kind of interest me that much. I'll probably just wait for Zibai's rerun to get her, and that's it for now. So her Constellation 1 is kind of ass cheeks. What about Xianyun? Just as ass cheeks. It's just more energy. Like, I have enough energy regen already. I don't have Chiori. What about Chlorine? Is it that much damage? I mean, it's 60% electro damage with an AoE included, and that happens every 1.2 seconds. It does not look bad. It's just that I have Varesa. And I bet there will be a new electro DPS in Snezhnaya, so it's kind of iffy. What about Emily? But then, burning is such a niche reaction right now. Probably I'm gonna try to get Chlorine and Emily. It's not because I think they are the best, it's because they are only ones of from the banner that I have, and that I believe their constellations do something. So there is that. If I had Rio Tesli, I will definitely go for Rio Tesli. Outside of that, I don't know Lini constellation, how strong it is, but even so. Or Sijuan, there is no way her constellation is gonna be good for anything. Chiori is kind of power crept, isn't she? Do you think her C1 increase is enough of a DPS increase for content? I don't think so. It's gonna be full shielding for Stellar Swirl at the end of the day, right? If they don't have anything that synergizes with Stellar Swirl, it's just gonna not cut it. None of these characters are particularly insane with their Constellation 1, except for your Tesla, you know? It's just what it is. Yeah, I'm picking them because... Actually, Sino. Like, at this point, you can also try to get previous characters like Sino, since he got buffed. So, it will not be a bad idea to go Sino and Rio Tesla, but I don't have either of them, so there is that. And probably people already pull for Sino. Oh, the new characters, none of them really impress me. I'm just pulling their constellations because I don't want to waste the chance to get their constellations. What is the constellation? Talents, upgrade materials. So for Chiori, Constellation 1. The AoE Dolt of Tamato is the AoE is increased by 50% if there is another Geo party member in the team. Summon an additional Tamoto and trigger the Ascension. It's just they are all power crept right now. We are entering Stellar Swirl and we already have Lunar Reactions. All these characters do not really have something special, you know. They are all damage dealers in some way, shape or form, but I guess Ossia only... They did not add New Villette. Cowards. No New Villette, no Arlecchino. Freaking cowards. No Kazuha. They make sure to control the pool so you do not get, you know, that insane of a deal, that insane deals. Anyway. What else did they mention during the live stream? So there was this. I will have to just look. I do not remember off the top of my head every single Constellation 1 reaction in the for every single character in the game. So I'll have to just go over them one by one again to see what exactly is going to be the best value. But really for me, it's probably going to be Xianyun or Emily because I have them and their supports and they can be at least used on some other teams. I don't know how good they are going to be in the Stellar Reaction meta, but maybe Xianyun being a Swirl character can do some stuff. Chiori could work with Zibai. If I had her, I'll probably try to get her Constellation 1, but even then, yeah. Rio Tesla is the easy option out of all these guys. That's gonna keep everyone busy for like 3 months or how long this is. After that, I don't know. I'm not that impressed with the roster. What else? But I'm impressed with us getting access to the train for ourselves. When I saw the trailer, I was expecting us to, you know, just ride the train in Snezhnaya. It looks like we are getting it like we are getting control of the train, and the fact that you get all the gear inside of it is also incredible. You can just teleport to it. You have everything that you need right there. Speedrun your dailies and do whatever like a second home. You probably are also going to be able to decorate it in the future. And the character, even the NPC designs look fire. The events are whatever. It's really... The exploration is going to be the biggest part of the update, which I'm perfectly fine with. Did they add anything else towards the end? No. Still upset a bit because they showed the skins for the Miliastra characters, but we don't have such skins for freaking Lini and Lynette. Like, what is this? Okay, let me check now more in depth about the constellations. I have somewhere the character constellation differences or stuff like that. So for Lini, his constellation 1 is just more damage. It's just more damage overall, but he cannot compete with Mavoika. Like, if you have everyone has Mavuika right now. And that's the only pyro DPS that you need. Why would you ever go for Lini after you get Mavuika? His Constellation 1 is not enough in order to compete. Riot Tesla is good, but they are not going to allow him to surpass Sandrone. So I guess if you do not have Sandrone, and I know a few people don't have her, you can just go Riot Tesla Constellation 1, maybe a Husbando team with Alyosha and whatnot, and call it a day. He's gonna just be a side grade for Sandrone, most likely at Constellation 1, or well, what constellations there are. Navia, just energy regen, I already walked over it. Now, is there anything else extra? No, it's just a big reduction to her Constellation 1. I don't know about Lini's Constellation 1 or Chlorine's Constellation 1. Lini's Constellation 1 is just more extra damage. Actually, let me go back to the list. It's definitely not worth it if you have Mavuika or Arlecchino. It's just what it is. And everyone that cared about meta already has Mavuika. Chiori Constellation 1 is nice indeed. Yeah, that was what I was thinking. But I don't have her. That's just sad. And really, Lini right now is probably even lower than freaking Klee. Isn't he? After the Klee buffs. Can you use Chiori in Lunar Crystallized teams as a sub DPS? It's probably not recommendable though. Right? You have in Lunar teams you have Zibai. You kind of need Line. You have the free 4-star. And what is the other? What is the last one? I kind of forgot. Let me look again at Geo teams with Zibai. Yeah, that's the 4-star, Iluga. But they are using Columbina. So for Lunar Reaction, Lunar Crystallize, Columbina or Aino is a must. Iluga is free. It's just... And then Line is kind of too big of an improvement to not consider it. So she's replacing Iluga, yes, but I don't think she's gonna be better than him because Iluga comes with uber buffs for Lunar Crystallize. And yeah, maybe if it's Iluga at Constellation 0, but at Constellation 6, no, there is no way. So, yep. That's the... I mean, she's still gonna be great with Navia, but I don't see her being used on a Lunar Crystallized team, even with her Constellation 1. Xianyun. Actually, how big of an improvement is Chiori's Constellation 1? Her Constellation 1, range, more... no longer requires a teammate to create geoconstructs. Her Constellation 1 is only really good if you use her as solo. Like, in teams with geoconstructs, you are not gonna see the difference. So, it's just gonna increase the amount of teams you can play her on, but why would you do that? Yeah, it's still not that great. What about Xianyun? Oh, right. You guys are not seeing what am I looking at. I'm using... Just a second. Can I show it? No, it does not show. Okay. No, it does not show. Okay. Just trust my words then. Her Constellation 1 just adds... So Xianyun's Constellation 1 adds an extra charge for her skill. So, more energy regen, but it also means she's gonna stay a bit more on field. Not worth it, just farm substats. You don't really need to farm anything else. Siegewine to get Sejuani's constellation, you need to get somebody that has Sejuani. And I believe she is the most skipped character in the entire game. I might be wrong, but I'm 90% sure that's the case. So Sejuani's constellation 1. Rebound hydrotherapy can bounce 3 extra times, and the first 3 bounces will not cause big to become smaller. The passive talent is enhanced. It increases buffs, healing, and damage. I mean, the constellation is great. More buffs, more healing, more damage, but it's just her base kit is still trash. I guess her constellation 1 makes her not a garbage character, but you know, there are just way better options. Play Coco, get Kokomi. She's just not it. So what are we left with? Chlorine, Emily. I refuse to get Mizuki. I don't care how strong she is right now. It leaves a bad taste in my mouth to pick a standard character. Funny enough, people that got Chi-Chi in the previous year, that got a constellation for some reason from this To Temper Thyself, kind of won now, since Chi-Chi is such a strong character at this moment, but it's just, you know. Oh right, Chi-Chi is used now instead of Nicole, so really, why would I use Alyosha? Maybe at sequence 6 he's gonna be decent, but Alyosha is also not that impressive. So Chlorine, what are we looking? More damage. Flynn's exists though. So Chlorine's constellation 1. Every time she attacks with her basic attack, she creates 2 linings that just bounce around, and it has a cooldown of 1.8 seconds. So it is nice. It is quite a big damage increase. It's just there are strong electro characters now in the game. There is also Cyno. Cyno got upgraded to work with stellar reactions. So that is not a good thing for her. Still, I will probably get her constellation 1. Out of everyone here, she's probably the only one that I can get her constellation 1 without it being niche. I mean, Rio Tesli will be my number 1 pick if I had him. Number 2 would be Chlorine. And number 3, Emily. Emily because she improves burning reaction. Burning is no longer a real reaction in the game right now and whatnot, you know. But who else am I gonna pick? You know, at least she improves something. But this is only for myself. Depends on everyone's accounts. Again, Tesli, I don't have him. I really don't know what characters to pick from here. I will probably just pick some of the older characters that I didn't manage to get dupes for yet. Maybe I'm gonna get a Nayaka dupe. I'm really lost here. Maybe I'm gonna get Constellation 2 Hutao, even though that sucks. I cannot get Tiaimiko. I cannot get more Nilu constellations. I cannot get even more Shenhe constellations. Oh my god. I do not like this roster. No, I'm not a fan of this roster. Where is Kazuha? Where the freak is goddamn Kazuha? Did they forget they released him? Where is Yelan? Where is goddamn Yelan? What other characters they've just conveniently skipped there? Like, if they're adding Fontaine characters, then Arlecchino? Wasn't there a chance for there to be Arlecchino among these characters? What else? Escoffier? Like, imagine. I mean, I'm not asking for Escoffier, let's be honest. She's still gonna be fire. At this point, Raiden is the worst 5-star Archon in the game, isn't she? She's just no longer used by anyone. Venti got buffed, Zhongli is still decent, Nahida and Furina are great. Yeah, they could give a constellation for Raiden. You need to own the character to get them anyway. And there is a Raiden banner going on right now. That would have been great. Anyway. We are Tesla number 1. Chlorine, Emily number 2. The others are just reductions in energy. Chiori is too niche. Sejuani's base key is just too bad. Well, she's niche right now. Yume Mizuki is a standard. And Lini, there is just too much competition for the pyro element. I do not see how he's gonna be used by anyone when we have Mavuika. So yeah, that's it for constellations, at least for me. If anyone has better ideas, I am down to listen to them because I'm kind of lost myself. Since I only have Chlorine and Emily from this. What else is there in this patch? Not that much, actually, when you think about it. Most of it is in exploration and story quests, which I'm looking forward to. But outside of that, there is really not much to the improvements, and the events are kind of... I mean, the events are okay. I'm the most excited. The thing I'm most excited about is training Odette and owning a train. I hope they're gonna... I don't know how they're gonna make us. So apparently the transportation in Snezhnaya is gonna be done by train, and we can summon our train and go along the rails. But I don't know how they're gonna make us use rails instead of just teleporting. Either less teleportation anchors, or maybe the train is like extra fast, you know, or maybe they are just gonna leave it as an option and not force you to go about it. They mentioned new mechanics for exploration in Snezhnaya, but bro, they are exactly like Dragon Spine. Yes, they made it a bit easier by extending the bar with a second bar, so you don't get ice cold right off the bat. And some mechanics to get rid of ice, but it's 90% the same principle there, so it is what it is. She's gonna be the next character that's coming 7.1. She is either gonna be Cryo or Anemo, judging by her looks. I'm inclined to think she's gonna be Anemo because they are kind of starting to shield Stellar Swirl, so there is that. And is there anything else? Shooting simulator. Paimon is sick. Boohoo. Yeah, the train. That's and the characters. The design for the characters is great. I keep repeating that, but that's because it's really good. Yeah. Anyway, that will be it for me for today. This was the Genshin 7.0 live stream. When Snezhnaya drops, you can bet I'm gonna play like 3 days non-stop, farming everything, 100%ing all the exploration quests, the main quest, Odette, pulling and building her, and praying that Vodiasna does not come too early and I manage to farm enough currency by her release. And please don't shaft me. I don't need to go for Odette's signature because I don't want to risk getting Arlekinos, so I can save some currency in that case. I can use maybe one of the free-to-play craftable weapons is gonna fit for Odette. They kind of like to do that kind of thing, or maybe the battle pass one, and I can call it a day. I hoped that they would mention changing the banner. I feel like the banner changes for Zenless Zone Zero were so good that I wanted them in Genshin, okay? I wanted the option to select what 4 stars you get from future banners, so you can try to get their Constellation 6 easier. And more importantly, I wanted to... Right now, there are so many standards. Like, they added like 2 or 3... They added 3 more standards compared to the release of the game, but you still pull from that pool. You get from that pool of characters when you lose the 50-50, right? I feel like they should allow you to remove some of the standard characters from the pool so you can focus on certain ones that you need. But it is what it is, you know? There's no point about talking about that. It looks like they don't intend to do it. What is this design, bro? Like, yes, she looks like a freaking goddamn NPC, but I do love how many species there are gonna be. So anyway, tomorrow is Gacha Slop Day. I probably will do the Honkai Star Rail story quest for Himeko, I did not manage to do it. I jumped straight to the collab, so I don't know much about what's going on there. We're gonna see how she got her in power form, some more events all around for all of the games, and yeah, having an overall good time. I'm not gonna stream Silver Palace tomorrow because I'm working on leveling my account right now. There are the only thing that is left to do for me in their beta is to do the Rex story quest and to level up my characters to see their full power at max level and with the artifact set. So that's what I'm working, and hopefully I will have it done, completed by the time the beta ends. So anyway, thank you all for watching. Until next time, have a wonderful day. Good luck with your pulls, and see you later. Bye for now.